Clash. Where do you want to start with it? So tell me about the broadcast. Give me a rundown. What did you think of this race? How was it portrayed to you through the eyes of the beholder?
It was portrayed to me.
And I'll tell you how great it was in my experience.
It was portrayed as close, physically close as could possibly be. They loved their low angle cameras. They loved zooming in on that Smithfield. They loved making sure you couldn't actually see what was going on. It made no sense.
I guess they got to sell more tickets to the race. So
I guess.
Allegedly.
Dude, it's a football stadium. The football camera angle is perfect for this race. And when they would cut to it, it was a great angle.
Yeah.
They just never used it. They would use those shitty...
I had the football angle the entire day.
Yeah, you did. That angle was great. But between close-ups, like the fence cam that they would use, or the wall cam, I guess you call it, they would use that a lot. They used bumper cam a whole lot, which I don't know if you've ever realized. You probably have, since you've watched the race before. You can't see a damn thing in bumper cam. Bumper
it sounds
cam
like the exact same issues that were with last year's broadcast of the Clash.
Yes, but it made it worse because there were so many incidents in this one. That, and you couple that with just the way the race went, watching that on TV was, I think I described it to you as a chore to get through the last half of that race. So, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't have had a worse time watching this race from the couch.
I'll be honest. A lot of people were complaining like this isn't real. This isn't a real race. This isn't real NASCAR. I mean, people in the back wrecking and prolonging the race is like, I mean, that's the most NASCAR thing ever. So I don't know what everyone's problem with the race was.
It is the most NASCAR thing ever, but I was just talking about the broadcast itself. As far as what I thought of the race, obviously, like I said, it's tainted by the broadcast. What we said the problem was going to be ended up being the problem. We had too many cars on track.
Yeah,
I
literally said it in last year's pod. I went back and listened to that last week before I flew out to LA. We literally made a comment about the cameras and the angles and why they were bad. And we also said, hey, we need to have less cars.
Yeah. If we'd have just had the same amount of cars, it would have been a fine race. Because the drivers are like,
wait, hold on. Actually, last year you said you thought the amount of cars was fine and we could have more cars. You actually said that on the podcast last year.
I was wrong.
You're wrong. I said it. I said there needs to be like 18 cars out there.
I think 20 would be fine. 18 would be fine as well, but 20 would be anywhere between like 18 and 21 would probably be fine.
Anyway, we got away from the Clash a little bit. So the broadcast sucked. And what did the attendance look like on TV?
By the time we got to the feature, looked all right. During like the concert, it looked really good.
Yeah. Did it look? How did it look compared to last year? You think?
A little less, but it was a little bit. Being at night kind of masked it having a little less, I felt.
See, because I thought it looked like more people this year. I thought it looked like more people, plus the where the archway is and the torch. They actually let people sit there. They didn't do that last year.
Maybe that made it, because they don't show that as much on TV, so maybe that led to me feeling like it looked like more people last year.
Yeah, no.
Like they show it occasionally. It's not in focus.
I haven't seen a side-by-side, but it seemed to me there were at least as many as there were last year and more than there were, if not more.
So wait, you were there. Like, were there advertisements around town for the race?
Yes, there were. There were a couple.
What time did it have on it?
I didn't take note of that. But I know for a fact the ticket and I did see some things that said 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's LA, like they all get there late as fuck. Like
true, but it definitely seemed like at least like on TV they always advertised it as 8 o'clock.
There were a ton of people there walking around.
Yeah,
it's just they weren't there yet. But yeah,
I heard the concourse was packed too, like during a lot of the race. Like a lot of people go and just hang out.
I don't know. I was up in the VIP suite. But yeah, I mean, as far as like the attendance goes, what's the LA Coliseum? 80,000 people it holds.
Yeah, 70 or 80, somewhere like
that. Yeah, okay. It was probably, I'd say, low end 60% full. Do the math on that. That's what, 50,000? 45, 50,000 people. That's probably 30,000 more people than were at the last 3 Daytona clashes.
Probably combined.
And also probably 30,000 more people than that could be at Bowman Gray Stadium, which everybody thinks, oh, if you're going to go to a stadium, you should go there. No. So, I mean, it's also not in the market. You're not going to get Wiz Khalifa to come to Winston-Salem, North Carolina and do a concert. You're not going to have Gwen Stefani telling drunk Clint Boyer stories in the booth. Or Gwen Stefani Stefani. That's who it was. Yeah. And you're also not going to see Young Gravy walking through the garage, which I did, and I was super excited about.
Isn't Rick Astley suing him?
Rick Astley is currently suing him, yes. But for a dumb reason.
What is the dumb reason?
Because
they not get permission for that song?
No. They said that from what I understand, I haven't read too much into it. I could be wrong, but from what I understand, the opening bit of that song is
him listening to that. Right?
Yeah, it's Rick Astley's version, but it's not Rick Astley.
Yeah.
And it sounds pretty different enough. But Rick Astley's like, no, it's y'all didn't change it enough. So I think that's from what I understand, that's what the issue is. Doesn't matter. Man's drank out of my Celsius. I thought that was he walks up, or we walk up to him and we're like, yo, Gravy, can we get a picture? He's like, yeah, for sure. He's like, where y'all get that Celsius? We point him down to Justin Haley's holler. And he's like, nah, I trust you. Let me get a sip. And yeah. So swap saliva with Young Gravy, which, I mean, transitive property, I'd swap saliva with Addison Rae's mom. So that's pretty cool. I thanked him for servicing underserviced communities, which is a nice way of saying I just thanked him for fucking MILFs. So
that's kind of funny though. It's like Inception. He's getting sued, and there's a class action suit against Celsius right now, which is so that's pretty funny, I think.
Yeah, and then Celsius is suing somebody.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
We need to be suing somebody.
Yeah,
Who is fucking us over that we need to sue?
I can think of a couple people, but I'm not going to say it on here.